Alright, so there's this artist, his name is Habakkuk. Habakkuk spelled like this, not like the Bible. Habakkuk does installations, and my friend Andrea told me about installations. They're like not painted art, but like real things as art, right? And so Habakkuk does this whole thing where he takes a dog and ties it to a really short rope in a gallery and doesn't feed it at all.
Now, I just want you to keep in mind that people came into the gallery, looked at the dog, nobody said anything about it.
Took a dog from the street and put it in an art gallery and let the dog starve in the art gallery for art, in the name of art, if you can consider it that.
And the agony of the dog and the suffering of the dog is the art, and the dog dies. And that's really screwed up.
I mean, I've seen a lot of videos, I have read a lot of articles about this. I'm not sure what exactly the story is, but I'll take what I believed the most from everything I've heard and put it together into one story from what I think is the truth. So, this artist, I'm guessing, doesn't really like people. Most artists aren't people persons, you know. And to prove that people are hypocritical sheep, he found a starving dog in the streets, paid 2 boys to go and get the animal and bring it to him. He then took the dog, just got a rope, you know, a regular yellow rope, tied it to a string, like a wire string. I've seen pictures, it's just a wire, and just let it sit in a corner of a room. And people watched it, people drank in front of it, people ate in front of the dog, and they left, and the dog died that day. When the gallery was over, the dog died.
Today I want to talk about animal rights. I'm not saying go become a vegetarian, but I did come across something today that really grossed me out. In 2007, there was an artist, and he decided it would be a good idea to go capture a stray dog, tie him to the wall of an art gallery, and have visitors of the exhibition watch the dog starve to death. It was disgusting. I have pictures of it on my computer now, and it's gross. And the thing is, the Visual Arts Biennial decided it would be a good idea to invite Guillermo to come do this again. So, you have 2 options. Either you can go watch the Sneezing Panda video, or you can sign the petition that I've listed in the description. It only takes a couple seconds. And trust me, it's worth it. So, go sign.
The art gallery is insisting him for 2008 to do this act again. I just think it's very stupid.
Alright, this is so stupid, but Habakkuk was invited to repeat his act of art one more time in the 2008. So what we have to do is stop this stupid artist, and I want you to talk about it. Please send me video responses, please make own videos about it, please read about it, please comment, please email this message to everyone, you know. One more thing you can do is sign the petition to stop that guy who makes these cruel things and torments to these poor animals. Here's the link. Please send it to everyone you know. Thank you very much. Please think about it.
It didn't happen in America. I don't think it happened in America. If it did, he would have been under arrest. I've seen video responses with people saying, you know, this one guy was like, oh, well, you know, in America, this shit is perfectly legal. What? No, what the fuck? No, it's not legal, okay? Have you ever seen the show on Animal Planet with the police that serve as animal rights? They go into the house of people who neglect their animals and put them in jail? Yeah, it's illegal to neglect an animal. Not legal, okay? It's not legal.
I looked at some of my old videos, And I realized that, in my opinion, and I don't think there's going to be too many that disagree, that my more entertaining ones were when I was drinking too much. So I think that's a good enough excuse to drink more in the name of art, for the sake of art. Speaking of which, you want to hear something that's fucked up? This one artist took a starving dog, had it like captured off the street, and then tied it to the inside of this building in like this art gallery, and the dog basically starved to death. And that's what he calls art. Now, I know that a lot of people are just going to go, wow, that's fucked up. And I say everything's fucked up because a lot of things in this world are fucked up. But then I turned around and said, okay, wait a minute. So he put this starving dog in an art exhibit. And at first I thought it was like in some type of plexiglass box or cage or something so people couldn't get to it. No. It was just kind of tied in the corner. And there was like a sign, do not feed the dog. And I was thinking to myself, I mean, it's fucked up. But at the same time, this museum is full of people. If somebody chose to walk up and feed the dog and save its life, they could have. But they didn't. I mean, just that in itself, as sick as it may sound, that is, in a way, art. To realize, as cruel as everybody's pointing at the artist, and I know PETA's got to be freaking out and whoever else, and it's, how dare you say that's art? I'm like, well, look at, you can blame the artist for tying the dog there, but what about all the people who walk through and don't give it sympathy, don't give it food?